Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Alpha Radagast playing the Tier 6 Imperial Japanese Navy destroyer Hatsuharu. He is in a clan battle with Scotty, Chuck, 8th grade, Average Joe, Squidpent, and Captain Insano. And they are facing off against the TBH clan. This was kind of a momentous game in a way. I mean, this was the second game, from what I understand, for ICOP in the Gale League. I'm just addressing the UI bug that was introduced with the 0.10.5 update. I know we're well past that, but this was recorded a while back, so had to do that. You start out in clan battles in what's called the Squall League, and as you improve, you can move into different sections of the Squall League, and if you win enough of your battles, you can then move into the Gale League. Now, there are actually 5 leagues. Squall, then Gale, then Storm, then Typhoon, and then Hurricane. And really kind of the best of the best are those that end up in the Hurricane League. We are really very new to the clan battle scene, and the really fantastic group of guys that have been participating in that managed to reach the Gale League, which, that's a really nice accomplishment for what I would say is a pretty new team and a pretty new to the clan battle scene group of people playing the game. So really proud of these guys and wanted to make sure I highlighted this game. So in this game, we've got Alf playing the Hatsuharu. It's a ship I think is really fun to play. Got nice detection radius. Guns are, well, they're not very good. All the Japanese destroyer guns hit hard, but the turret traverse is terrible and the reload is terrible. So you can land some shots, but in this case, only 2 turrets with 2 barrels each, so you're not going to do a whole lot of damage. But you can start fires, and you can occasionally finish off a ship that's teetering on the edge. So, Captain Insano pushed into the Alpha Cap. He's squaring off with the Hatsuharu from the other clan, and he's supported by 8th grade. Chuck and Scotty are kind of covering the center. I'm hoping one of them is going to blap this Wanghae that's sitting there. See, somebody's putting some shells on him. And Average Joe and Squidpet are here supporting our hero as he locks down the Charlie Cap for ICOP. Wanghae is wisely smoked up, but he doesn't really have anywhere to run at this point. Throw some torpedoes across the center. Now, the question is, stay center or flank? Yeah, plainly Alpha is going to flank. Now, if you've never played the Hatsuharu, it's fun. Torpedoes hit really hard. They've got great range. It's a tier 6 destroyer, and you've got 10-kilometer range, and you do big damage if you land any of these torpedoes, which I imagine we're going to see here in a moment. Kabuki gets caught broadside between the islands, and because there's smoke, our hero can put guns on him. 1 pen for 710 damage. Wanghae is getting the heck out of there. Well, the bad guys have 2 caps, good guys only have 1. Nobody's lost a ship yet. Still anybody's game. Going with the widespread on the torpedoes, just trying to cover that entire gap between the islands, I guess. While the red Pensacola moves to flank. Chuck is sunk. And ICOP loses the first ship in the game. Bad guys have roughly 200-point lead at this point, primarily on the back of having secured both 2 caps early, and sinking an ICOP battleship. Enemy Fubuki gets caught center. Will he get caught with one of these torpedoes? Looks like he might. I don't know that he's going to be able to stop here, but even if he does, he's going to take a lot of gunfire. And Alpha's just pushing right in behind him, keeping him spotted for the team. Enemy Dallas had a brief moment to be able to get shots out. Pensacola sends shells this way. And Alpha does get off a volley on Fubuki. And Fubuki has 290 HP left. Will he catch him here? He does. Nicely done. Now, if Dallas turned into that smoke, he might eat a torpedo here. So both teams now down 1 ship. Bad guys still have a commanding lead. It looks like Alf is going to be able to... Yeah. Nice torpedo beats. Just kind of wormed his way right between those torpedoes. And goes to work trying to spot for his team. Gets out of the smoke. Heads for the flank. So we've got Captain Insano, 8th grade, and Scotty kind of on the south end of this engagement. Squid Pin up north. Looks like he's angled and trying to avoid incoming fire from Ismail and Pensacola. Average Joe running broadside. If somebody targets him, could be painful. And Alf throws torpedoes out, I think hoping to catch somebody moving around out there. And works on keeping everybody spotted. Huang He is moving into the Bravo cap. And gets close enough to detect our hero, who probably just realized it and is now angling up and running away. Huang He's guns, fortunately, are pointed the other direction, but that's not going to last long. Average Joe and Squid Pet, both behind an island. Not really in position right then to put shells on that Huang He, but you can see some shells coming in now as Huang He smokes up. And avoids getting sunk, at least for the moment. Captain Insano got off a volley of torpedoes. Has spotted the enemy Hatsuharu out there. And finishes him off. Eagle's a very fun ship to play. It's a French cruiser, or excuse me, French destroyer. Fast, but also has smoke, which is kind of nice. Firing angles on the guns aren't what I would call fantastic, but it's pretty hard. I really enjoy playing the ship. That speed can put people off balance. So, Joe in the Perth is squaring off with that Pensacola. I have to give the edge to the Pensacola there. If Joe turns enough to be able to get all his guns, or does anything to try to get big shots on the Pensacola, Pensacola can citadel him with that AP and just put him right out of the game. Both teams now down 2 ships. Bad guys have about a 69-point lead. And Alf catches Huang He with a torpedo, and that puts the good guys ahead. That's a a momentary moment of glory, and then enemy Ismail takes out Scotty. Yeah, it was a good idea to smoke up. Dallas puts out shells, Ismail puts out shells. I think I probably would have gone with narrow spread here myself, but we'll see how this turns out. Holding fire. Maybe Ismail will think, oh, he ran away. It's a good dispersion of torpedoes. He's going to land at least one or two here. That's 2 torpedo hits. Brings the damage total up to about, just shy of 40,000, having sunk 2 ships. Here comes Dallas. Look at that, Average Joe and Squid Pent. Look like they were maybe working together on that Pensacola. Squid Pent getting behind a rock, trying not to get blapped. Showing broadside to Ismail right now. Yeah, that might hurt. And sticks with the wide spread. I think I'd sit right here in the smoke. I know Dallas is coming, but if you push out, you're detected, and Dallas is going to immediately start firing. Yeah, still, looks like you got the Ismail. And that probably gives the game to ICOP. Nicely done. So that's 2 caps, 25 shells on targets, 4 detections, 3 ships sunk, a fire started, 7 decaps, 5 torpedo hits with 4 floods. Now Squid, Joe, and Captain Insano will mop up. I think the Dallas is probably going to finish Squid here. The reload on the Dallas and the number of guns on the Dallas is just going to be a little too much for Wang A, especially given the disparity in HP. But I don't see any way Dallas wins this match. Does finish off Squid. And it looks like Joe is saying, chase me, chase me. And maybe he will. Dallas couldn't really sit there and hold the cap. He had to keep moving. Joe throws a few more shells over the island. Takes a big shot by showing broadside. And I think Joe just needs to run. We'll see what happens. And it looks like Joe is going to run. Smart. Dallas just turned back toward Eagle. Captain Insano says, well, I'm not having any of that. And there is no way Dallas is going to catch up to that Eagle. Cap will probably throw some torpedoes. And Joe is at the map edge. Should be out of sight at this point. And that's the game. Good job, ICOP. Thanks for watching. See you next time.